What's the exactly the pronunciation?
Okay, what is the question? Say it again.
Tear.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell me something, you tears, right?
Oh, you mean when I drop tears, right? Mm-hmm.
What kind of mind you think the tear comes?
The tear usually comes from something that is very deep in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
This usually for me,
Mm-hmm.
when I speak of deep compassion, like people say that the earth has water, and the biggest water body is the ocean, the sea.
Yeah.
And if you do analysis of the chemical ingredients of the ocean, and then you compare that with our tears, it's the same. So the ocean water is salty.
Yeah,
Salty.
Yeah.
And if you just measure, the overall salt content of the ocean and also the salt content of the water, if you sometimes taste your tears, the tear is a little salty. Sometimes the tears is salty, sometimes it's not as salty. So the tears have different, amount of salt in it. But usually when people drop tears, it usually comes from certain deep emotion. And for the cultivators like myself, when I drop tears, usually it has the compassion element in it. When great enlightened beings drop tears, that's what people say. The ocean is the tears of Buddha. Buddha drops tears and turning into ocean on the earth. Basically, when the Buddha, the great enlightened beings, see the human world, people suffer, people's sufferings, the great enlightened being usually drop tears because of understanding the sufferings of the human world, and the Buddha is compassionate. So dropping tears usually has something to do with that more deeper reason. If I drop tears, when I think about Master Li, especially Master Li has done for me in the entire process of saving sentient beings, my heart understands what kind of sufferings Master Li has bared for me in order to save me. So when I talk about Master Li helping me to be a cultivator and do well and be grateful to Master Li, I usually drop tears. Yeah, I usually drop tears. When I see people who start to basically have sometimes this good mind of love towards me, I sometimes will also drop tears for the kind of happiness to see that that person has a hope to be saved. And sometimes when I speak of my children, most of the time when I speak of my children, have to endure sufferings. That's also the reason most of the time when I mention about the children suffer, I also sometimes drop some tears for that.
Children means your children or the
Usually I
normal children?
always talk about the very special children, not only Noah and Miss Lotus Blossom, but Falun Dafa practitioners' children all suffer terribly because of their parents being persecuted. When I think about all the children who, suffer because of persecution, I always drop tears. So for me, I think I usually don't randomly drop tears. When I hear people dead, I usually don't have tears. Yeah. I don't drop tears for sentimental love. But I do drop tears for when I see people suffer. For, especially the children these days, that they make a stand and they suffer with hope to be saved. I think those are to me, those means very precious children. So I drop tears for them. Yeah. I don't drop tears for people who are bad. I don't drop tears when people just doing regular things and suffer. But my heart goes for those who have love and expectation to the divine. I drop tears for the people who are good and has a hope to be saved. And I remember these people in my heart. Yeah, I think usually for me the tears represents my love for those people.